3 different rounds of storms coming through. The first round is about to hit. After that, I'm hoping I can get out and pick up my milk and chicken feed and get back home before the second round hits. I am trying a new granola recipe today. I've got a cup of buttermilk, half a cup of melted butter, and 3.5 cups of oats. And I'm going to mix this up and then cover it for 20 minutes and see what all the hype is about. Supposedly, this becomes a significantly crunchier granola, which is the part of my granola that I usually don't like. It's delicious, it's beautiful, it's packed with nutrition, but I wish that it was crispier. So I'm gonna try and see if there's any truth to this method, and I will let you guys know. I also want to show you what I've got planned for the next school year, which I finally decided on a start date. It will be August 28th. So looking forward to the last 2 weeks of summer and then ready to start. I would start today, but I think I don't want to spring it on the children like that. And we have company coming through again, so I'd rather wait until all of those festivities are behind us so that once we start school, we don't immediately have to take a break, you know? So we haven't tasted it yet. It's still really hot, just came out of the oven. I'm gonna let it cool. It's a little browner than I thought it would be, and it still needed 15 minutes according to the recipe, but I took it out now. I'm just gonna see how this turns out. And the one thing I don't like about this is that there's no nuts in the recipe. It's just straight up oats. I can add dried fruit to it, but it's so much tastier when the nuts are cooked along with the oats in the oil and the honey. I don't know. This may not be a keeper, but it was a fun experiment for the rainy afternoon. We're gonna head to the classroom for a minute because I want to share a little bit about what we are gonna do this year for school. There's gonna be some big changes. I feel like I'm not gonna do my usual timeline, which has been what I've done from the beginning. I have all these timeline cards. I might see if it makes sense to put them up in order, but not necessarily have the backs of the timeline cards to read, in addition to all the reading we're gonna be doing for history besides that. It just seems like too much. So that's one thing that might be different. We are doing Math UC for math, which we've done from the beginning. We love it. There's no reason to change it. My kids understand it well. It goes great for us to have the DVD instructional lesson and then to sit and do the worksheets together throughout the week. We do that 3 times a week. We're gonna do science, the good and the beautiful. I think we're doing weather. I'm pretty sure we're doing weather, and we're gonna do that with another family for 13 or 14 weeks, and then we're gonna switch to artists and art. And so what I'm hoping is that we'll touch a little bit on different artists coinciding with the time period that we're covering this year, and maybe doing art that in their style, you know? So that would be really fun, and maybe we can throw in some composer study there and listen to some classical music together, but not extensive, in depth, just little touches, exposure with friends. It just makes it more fun that way. So that's what we're doing with friends. We're doing math, and then everything else is going to come straight out of the first time I've ever bought a whole bundle of Beautiful Feet books. I got the Early American History bundle for 7th through 9th grade. This is the teacher guide, and I'm thrilled that they have one because when I saw the amount of books that came in, I was a little overwhelmed. I didn't know how I was going to break this up through the year to make sure that we covered all of it. And I was already making my mind up, or trying to make myself realize we're not going to finish, and that's okay. But with the study guide or with the teacher guide, I think we will be able to finish. So these are all the books. I can't remember how many there are, but there's only 2 in the first section, 3, and then like all these in the last section. And the sections are broken up into Indigenous peoples of North America, the early colonial period, the later colonial period, Revolutionary War, and the young United States. So these are all the books that we're covering. And every lesson comes with rabbit trail options. Seems more interested in exploring further, there's all these suggested additional books that we can just go look at the library. There's character connection, scripture, application. There's online resources, things to watch, things to listen to. There's research topics. There's writing, creative writing prompts. There's activities and handicraft. And there's the maps that I got, and this will be our geography. So pretty much we're covering geography, writing, character building, Bible, and history through this curriculum, which I'm really excited about. And handicrafts as well. Did I say crafts? So the greatest thing is that it tells me what to do each lesson, and that was a relief because for the last 9 years, I've had no problem designing my own, I've always followed some sort of structured outline, but I've always pulled my own resources and laid them out and planned them out for the school year. But I can feel the pressure building as my children are getting older and education's getting a little more profound, and I want to go deeper with them. I want to do more, cover more, but not feel like it's consuming our entire life. So this structure really helps me. So for the first lesson, it'll say, read these pages or read these chapters. And we will do these only twice a week. So twice a week, we'll open this book and we'll sit, read the reading for that day, and then we'll do the activity for that day surrounding that reading. We could, at that point, work on our mapping, which it will instruct us to. We can work on a handicraft and then continue working on that handicraft through the whole lesson. And then at the end of the first lesson, I saw that there's a feast, Native American feast, which I thought was super exciting. There's various recipes from different tribes. And so we're totally gonna do that. And then I don't think there's another feast the whole year, but I could probably get some colonial recipes, and we could do a authentic British tea time, and we'll have fun with it. So I'm pretty excited about this curriculum. I think it's gonna make my life easier, and I think with all the beautiful resources, it's gonna make it really engaging and fun for the children. It was like $300 and something, which, considering the amount of subjects I'm pulling from it, in addition to the $30-ish for math and the $30-ish for science, I mean, I spent under $400 for 2 students, one 7th grader, one 9th grader. That's pretty incredible. And we have gorgeous books to add to our library forever. So I really am looking forward to the school year. Let's see how it goes. I wanted to read one sentence here because this is exactly, I feel like this curriculum was designed for my heart, like my heart's desire for what homeschool should be like. It says, it is designed after the Charlotte Mason philosophy, which is what we've been doing for 9 years. And so it's inspired by Charlotte Mason method of education. And it says, exploring the world through story is often one of the most cherished experiences shared by homeschooling families. That is the truest thing I can tell you about our 9 years of homeschooling. All the rich reading we've done, all the sit down, cozy up, amazing, rich stories we've read. They have brought us closer together, brought on incredible, profound conversation, shaped my children's character, bonded us in ways that we have a lot of inside jokes because of the things we've read and references, and even just referring back to good character lessons we've learned. We refer as far back to this book, honestly, which we read our first year of school. There are things still in this book that we refer back to from 6 years ago. So it's really exciting to get to read it again now that the children are older, and make more wonderful memories. Soaking up these last few years. I can't believe only 4 years left for Ivan and 6 for Joelle. It's surreal, but it flies, so make the best of it.